we are live. Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to have you all here with us today, and I'm very excited to have Rita here with us today. Rita de Boer, she's one of our participants in the current Invoke program, Invoke Your Client's Magic, the soul-based coaching certification program. And we are well, almost halfway in, aren't we? So she's well on her way, and she's decided to be really brave in a way and share some of the things that she is really well journeying with, like some of the themes that are really coming up for her in the program. It's a joy to be let in and to share in that. So thank you, Rita. Welcome here.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, it's really lovely to hear, because it's not always easy to understand for people what is this about. So this is a great way to share in your learning, as well as give a little bit of a feeling for what we do in the program. So thank you. So I know that you're wanting to talk about something that is incredibly important in in all of this work, and I'm really excited that you've chosen to talk about this topic. So what is it, Rita, that is resonating so strongly for you in the program?
Yeah, what is resonating a lot for me is about the listening. That I've always wondered whether I want or can be a coach, and I noticed that I always really want to help people, and try to do that as best as I can. And now in the soul-based coaching exercises, I realized that what I have done so far was always very much immediately coming with solutions and reaching out and going to the other person to bring something there. And I realize now that there is so much more value if I can just listen and really listen and guide somebody to really find their own solution and their own way of dealing with things. So it is really an eye-opener for me, and at the same time also quite difficult to make that shift, from going really immediately towards the other person and with solutions to just being there and holding space, asking questions, but really allowing the other person to find their own solution, their own way forward.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel you. 'Cause I know so much about this process, but as I'm listening, also trying to listen with the ears of somebody who's not familiar with the work yet, and I'm thinking, I know you. I've known you for a while, and if you would have told me before that you started this training that you didn't, that listening wasn't one of your qualities, I would have said, oh no, you're a very good listener. So could you say something about what kind of listening this listening is that you're now exploring and discovering?
Yes, it is. It is really a different kind of listening, because I start in a different way. That I really tune in with myself. That I realize what is happening in myself first, and then when I am practicing with, at the moment, the other women in the training, when I start practicing, that I can really be there for the other person and tune in, not only with my ears, but also that I sense where she's at, that I really listen to the words, and go a bit deeper than just hearing the words, and really feeling first when I hear something, so where does this want to go to? And just by asking more questions in a way that resonates with what is going on and what is being said, then we move forward to a next part of our steps.
Yeah, beautiful. So I love how you say that it starts with you being in a different state in a different, yeah, in a different state, maybe the best way to put it. Could you say something about what kind of state that is that you are in when you start listening in this way?
Yeah, I feel that I really have to be very centered, um, and that I really have to pause. I really first have to pause and make sure that I'm here, that I'm not somewhere else, or thinking about other things, that I'm really here, that I consciously start. And the first start is really that acknowledging I am here with you, to make it clear, where I am and from which state I am going to start to talk and ask questions with whoever is sitting in front of me.
Yeah, and this is an internal process, right? This is all happening on the inside. Kind
Yes.
of start in that different space so that you can listen in that different way.
Yeah.
Mm. And you're saying it is it's not always easy
No.
to do that because
Yeah.
the inclination is so much to go out and to help and to offer things to other people. I think nobody will recognize that when they're listening. Nobody at all. It's just something that our whole society does all the time, and it's like the thing that we're
Yeah.
all trained in doing. Um, and you're also pointing at when we start to listen in this different way and the way that we are asking questions, it means that they're not the usual kind of questions. They are kind of questions that help open up that experience for the coachee, right? So that also explains why they're going to find their own solutions, their own wisdom in a different way than they might think they will. So I think that's a topic for another time. But
Yeah.
just focusing on this listening part, and you were sharing just before we started that this is your learning journey. That this is very so for me. That means that it's very much like in the heart of
Mm.
what is opening up for you in the moment. Do you want to say anything else about how that is?
Yeah, for me, it opens up a whole new way of being with people, and not only when I'm now training, but also with myself and with other people in other situations where I'm in. That if I just allow myself to first, when I hear something, to first check in with myself, my reactions are really different, and there is much more. Yeah, in my case, or what I experienced lately, I'm really more mild. I don't
Mm.
immediately come with an opinion, but there is something more with mildness, that I can listen and maybe first ask another question before I state my opinion, or so it really starts to shift things with me and my close surroundings.
Mm. And what happens when you notice that your response is more mildness? What happens then?
It's a completely different energy. I mean, the connection I have with people, really, it's different. People that I've been with for a very long time, or that I work with already for a very long time, I notice that there is a different type of conversation then starting or happening.
And what kind of different is it?
Yeah, much more relaxed, not so bang, 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 but
Uh-huh.
whatever wants to be there, that there can be those little moments of, it was good meeting with you, or good being with you, even though it was maybe only shortly at the coffee machine, or, um, yeah, wherever
Yeah.
it then happens, yeah,
Or in the boardroom.
or in the boardroom. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. And I think this is, a lot of the work that we do in soul-based coaching in the program, it is about learning skills, right? It's about this is how you do it kind of teaching. But at the same time, I think this is where the magic happens. It's
Mm,
where we start to feel into kind of what's in between all the layers and kind of what else is possible when we are so differently connecting into ourselves and so differently with our own connection with ourselves. That, yeah, do we open up that soul-based connection so much easier. And yeah, that makes so much change possible. And that's not, that's not always the change of action plans, although it will eventually get into the action plans as well. But there is a lot more happening even long before that. That's already so valuable, and they offer so much potential for different choices, different conversations, different ways of being together, and therefore by different results as well. Mm. Thank you. Thank you. It's really nice to feel into this quality so specifically with you. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we will wrap up?
Well, it is the practice that really brings me the little steps that I'm realizing what happens. So yeah, to learn this and to be aware of this, I really enjoy all the practicing that we do in the training.
Yeah. Oh, I love what you said this week, how the practice that we're doing for the training, how it's bringing you a different way of being with practice or in practice. And it sounds a little bit like life can become your playground in the sense that there is space to practice and see lots of things as practice. And yeah, as we also were just saying, that this is not about being perfect. Invoke and being a soul-based coach is not about being perfect. It's about being able to open up that layer and then being able to guide the transformations. And we're allowed to be who we are, right? We don't need to pretend that we're anything else, nor do we have to pretend that we're perfect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Beautiful. So thank you very much for your time, Rita. I really enjoy connecting with you. And thank you everyone for watching, and look forward to when we meet again, wherever, whenever. Bye.
Thank you.